Hey, this is Notser, and this is the Tier 6 US Cruiser Cleveland. It has 12 main guns, 12 secondary guns, 37 AA guns, a top speed of 32.5 knots, total hull 35,200. For my modules, reduce crit chance on main battery, increase main battery accuracy, reduce flood and fire chance, faster rudder shift. For my commander, situation awareness, basic survivability, basic firing training, faster turret traverse, lower cooldown on damage control. We are on the map Hotspot, and yes, Cleveland! What year is it? I haven't played this on this channel in 6 months. I was trying to pick a tier 6 that I could play with a friend. It was pretty cheap. I was able to pick it up. I was doing the fires, gotten all that stuff. I've unlocked the tier 7 Arpeggio Blue Steel Miyoko. And I really want a more entertaining game. Quite frankly, there are way too many cruisers that are being pulled. There's probably 30, 40, or 50 at any given moment on the North American realm. Obviously, super high tier, not really relevant, but probably tier 5 to tier 8, yes. There's an overabundance of cruisers. And where are the battleships? You guys are the ones who are supposed to push them down. I can only play so many battleship games. I need to play every single class for the channel. So yeah, I was having such terrible luck in my destroyers. It's not fun when there's so many cruisers on the map that 3 or 4 of them open up whenever you're visible. You have to play so passively, I can't overextend at all, and I try and do that whenever I see that my team is not going to be able to pull out the victory unless I do something a little brazen, like try and take on a US destroyer 1v1. That's not a good idea, Notser. Speaking of destroyer combat, 2 minikazes are in mortal combat with the Mayhan just looking on. He's just chilling. He's like, we'll see who wins this. I noticed that there's another Mayhan who is in the island area. I'm going to engage the Omaha. I do show them exactly where I am. The enemy minikaze dies. And my friendly is way overextended. He's right in front of an Omaha who is designed to kill you. Oh, look, it's a Cleveland. That's even better. We get a nice shot on the Mayhan. I'll take that. Now we have to take a pause. He's passing by an island. Okay, he's out. Of course, our bat guns are knocked out. Need to be brought back online. We land a little bit. We also cause a fire. I don't believe he's used damage control, although it does look like he has because he's letting 2 fires exist. He's using a smoke. He's trying to run. He's going to run right into a friendly Mayhan. Hopefully the friendly Mayhan can take him out. We lose the accuracy bonus, and of course we slam right in the water without doing any damage. So Königsberg, enemy Cleveland, a lot of cruisers, and that enemy Mayhan is right next to the friendly Mayhan. Come on, take him out. You're in a US destroyer. You take no prisoners. And this Cleveland actually has the permanent camo. He spent the 1,000 doubloons on that camo. I wish it looked better than that. It looks like nothing I would ever expect to see in real life. Red, green, and white. Yep. Nope. If it was grays, whites, blacks, maybe even blues, just something a little bit different than the colors they've chosen. And we're still trying to engage him. He's got 1 fire. I believe that is our fire. And we get another fire on him. Fantastic. Now can we seal the deal and get the kill? That's really what has been difficult. Everyone gets him low, he dies to the fire. Nice! But man, with all the cruisers, the rate of fire is extremely high. It's very hard to get kills that you've worked very hard for. Usually just some random shot comes in, takes it, we miss on our first salvo for the Omaha. He's aggressively maneuvering. Whenever you see, oh nice! I had AP loaded with the hopes that I would get that, but it doesn't look like I'm landing anything else. Oh, just a little bit. Okay. That's okay. But he's aggressively maneuvering Anytime you see a target, oh, of course. We lose a main turret with the first shells we've taken for a while. And it's like, ah. We're down to 75% of our total damage output. But yes, whenever a target is maneuvering like that, you need to chain fire. That's really the most effective way of landing on the target. I'm a little bit stubborn. Chain firing is the optimal way. Don't follow Notser whenever he's unloading everything on a target that's actively maneuvering. This Cleveland, he's gonna die. Did he get out? Oh, did he get out? I think he got out. Now, I'm holding my fire. I haven't fired for a while. I should not be visible. That tells me there's an enemy destroyer somewhere. The most likely candidate is just north of those islands. We haven't really seen that area of the map for a while. Yeah, there he is. Aggressively moving forward into the AFK cruiser. He is hoping probably to send torpedoes and then scamper away. Well, he's 8 kilometers out. It's a reasonable shot for a Cleveland, and we lead him by elevating the gun slightly. We knock out steering, probably going to have to use damage control. And of course, we are doing the exact same thing again, and we get a fire. Okay, that fire will stick. It will do 100 points of damage every second. Just massive damage, and yes, never mind, doesn't matter. We're able to land a big shot at not ideal range for the Cleveland. Not impossible, of course, but not ideal. The enemy Nagato tries to blow us up. Thankfully, the rounds do not. And we're going to fire. Yeah, he tried to send out his torpedoes. That cruiser came back just in the nick of time. Apparently, he DC'd. In this Omaha, this guy who maneuvers a lot, I still haven't learned from that. I'm trying to predict where he's going to maneuver his ship, but as a good player, you're going to maneuver based on who's firing at you. I changed my direction because I saw, of course, the Nagato fire. Doesn't help me prevent damage. Enemy Königsberg is firing on us too. There's a Colorado in the back. I wonder if he's ever been in range. Poor Colorado. We're landing a little bit of damage. Okay. Okay, this is working out. He's maneuvering a little bit more, and we're trying to predict a little bit more. At this range for a Cleveland, the ideal target is probably a battleship. The velocity is just so terrible that it takes forever for the shell to drop down. Battleships are much easier to hit, obviously, because they're bigger, they're slower, and it's harder for them to maneuver. But I am committed. This Omaha has lived for far too long. This is the guy where I got that random citadel on at supermax range. And I'm not going to give up until he's dead. Friendlies actually killed 2 ships almost simultaneously. And that really helps us out. It looks like the western half of the map has mopped up, and they're actually coming over to assist. There is an enemy battleship that's headed up the middle. Very unique strategy. Let's see if it works out. I don't think it's going to work out. This Omaha is set on fire. I think that's only 1 fire. He might, yeah, he put it out with damage control. Okay, okay. If we could set a fire, he would burn for a very long time at this point. And I just, okay, how much does Colorado have? It looks like he ran into an island, and he's pretty healthy. I'm just missing too many shots on the Omaha. I'm gonna fire at the battleship. It probably will net me a fire, good, and a little bit more consistent damage. Now, 1 fire is good, 2 fires are better. But we're leading just a little bit. If you notice on the map, ever so slightly, he's heading towards the port side of his ship. Most of the shells appear to be going a little bit long. Just a little bit. And that's not where I want them to land. I want them to land on the superstructure. Now, I'm actually aiming incorrectly. What you would see is I'm trying to line up that indicator with the top of the hull. When in actuality, with this sort of angling coming in slightly, I need to lower it down to the waterline or just above it. I would have much more success. I'm just getting lucky that 1 or 2 shells are dispersing into the target. And at this point, I'm like, this Colorado's so close. It's a much easier shot. I could potentially arc the shells over the island and slam them in Colorado. And the Nagato, he's going to burn for a while. It's going to be fine. And this Colorado is having a very, very bad day. He's pulled a Notser. He's ran aground. He's also in a very slow ship, showing his side. We try and arc it. Just a little bit too much height. I don't think I could lower it anymore. I have to get a little bit more distance. Now, we're able to get it. Oh, actually, it looks like, no, we did okay. We only did 700 points of damage with 6 shells making contact. We did get 1 fire. Okay, 2 fire. Now, if you notice, at this distance, at this speed, I'm leading about 1 fire section. So if I was trying to get fire on the bow, I would aim at the front middle section, and the momentum of the ship should back up right into the fire. Of course, it doesn't matter. Friendly takes out the Colorado, but that's a good example of the ideal scenario of spreading fire. Now, looks like a couple enemy ships have really moved into the northeast side of the map. Enemy Murmansk is the last enemy ship on the western side. We do have a potential shot. I fire at him. I reveal myself, of course, and he could fire right back, because remember, the Murmansk has unlimited range. It has unlimited rate of fire. No, it has extremely high range. Plus it has a scout plane. It's a very strong tier 5. We're not really getting the shells to land right where we want them. So I reconsider my options. I really prefer if I can get damage on the target quickly. If I can't, then I'm going to look for something else that is more reasonable. While firing on this guy, you can see that I'm headed out east again. And he is firing on my ship. He lands. I think he lands an AP for 1k. They finish off that enemy Omaha. Finally! Just a couple battleships over here. I think the Königsberg is still alive, and he's just firing from the islands. The guy's been doing this the whole time. He's probably thinking he's so smart. Oh, look, they can't fire on me. I'm getting spotting information from my friendlies. And apparently I'm Mickey Mouse. So, of course, we're firing on the enemy Colorado. We get a fire with our first shot. He's rocking the holiday camo. He puts out the fire. Okay. There's about 6 friendly ships over here. You're going to be set on fire again. Probably a little too aggressive. Now, of course, the fires are not working out in our favor. We're probably leading the slow ship a little bit too much. Oh, come on. Give us a fire. The Nagato is very low too. We could switch to him. Obviously, I'm just now getting in range of him. We do a quick check. Okay, how's the friendly? He's gonna sustain a little. Okay, woo. The Congo's fine. The Congo. He's cool. He's cool. We really would love that fire though. Damage control is down. He is susceptible to fires. Just not getting him, so I'm gonna go. Okay, fine. Fine. I'll go after the Nagato. I'll get fires on that guy, of course. Just watch. Just watch. We'll fire on this guy. First salvo will be a fire. And then he'll put it out. No? Oh, no, Notser. No, it wasn't. Look how low the friendly Congo is. At this point, I was like, I'm jumping the way. I'm going. Stay alive. Friendly. He lets off one last salvo. Will it be enough? Wow, that was awful. And our damage isn't much better. Wow, he's just gonna, yeah. Poor Congo. No. He eliminates the friendly. No, I let my teammate down. Let's kill him. Come on, we can do it. What is the deal with this damage? He's backing up, I think. I think he's actually backing up. Finally, I swapped to AP. AP in this scenario, far superior. If I'm not getting the HE damage, AP is going to give me some consistent damage, as long as it can penetrate, which it can. He fires on us. We, of course, angled. Yes. See you later, Nagato. So, we're engaging the Colorado once again in his holiday festive camo. We're firing AP because he's perfectly broadside with us. I would love to do some damage. I'm trying to close the gap. Ugh, that was disgusting. Since we ricocheted so bad on that, I swapped to HE. Fires would... Oh, of course, then we do 4,500. Perfect, that's where we need to land. Of course, fires will work in our favor. Stick to the plan. We took out AA guns, secondary guns. That's great, right? No actual damage to the ship. I swapped back to AP. I don't want to see 0 damage or 1k damage. I want to actually do damage. 3k. Okay, good. He's continuing to show a lot of his sides, so we're going to be as neutral as we can. He's firing on us. We really only have 1 gun in the back anyway. It's not a huge loss in damage. And right at that water line, yes, penetrate. 4k. If we were able to get just enough of the butt available, 2.5. Oh, he's angling. No! You're ruining my AP. Look at those ricochets. If we could get the nose, we could get some penetration. Here comes the shot. Showing a lot. Oh. Oh, that was close. Look at the shells ricochet. He's softening his angle, though. This is going to work in our favor. So at this point, I'm like, okay, it looks like he wants to keep good tracking. So I'm going to mess that up. I'm going to go behind him, force all his turrets to rotate to the left. And it's going to be harder and harder and harder and harder for him to track me until they just can't keep up with the ship. And I'm shoving it in right at the flat side with AP, and this is impossible for me to track too. Look at it. Both of us, we can't fire at each other. We could wave at each other, but my guns are already available. His are still rotating, and I'm trying to aim for like that superstructure just under the turrets area. I'm getting enough flat surface that it's doing significant damage, and he actually misses. Looks like he hit the superstructure, did no actual damage. He's really low. Someone can take it. Come on. Oh, we did 2k. Wow, he must have healed. Yes, so we take him out. Wow. Well, that was a little bit of a close encounter. I did not want to get that close, but I'll take it. So yeah, it's really important that you keep in mind that the turret rotation for big battleships is awful. And you can use that to your advantage, especially in a ship like the Cleveland, where your turret traverse is actually pretty good. So yep, only 1 enemy ship left. It must be... Is it the Murmansk or the Königsberg? I don't really know, but there's no way I'm going to get in range. At this point, the game is basically over. There's 1 minute and 40 seconds left in the match. So, the Cleveland, what are my impressions? Well, man, is it hard to use at long range. I totally forgot about it being that bad at long range. You have fantastic rate of fire, of course. But it is just frustrating to see a significant portion of your shells not making contact on the ship. And I really want to focus on killing destroyers, which I have to double down and kill those destroyers. Really need to make sure that I'm doing consistent damage. I'm curious if it would be more effective to just go after battleships if I have to choose between a battleship and a cruiser at my max range, because it just doesn't feel good to fire on an Omaha who has great mobility and can basically avoid every single salvo if they want to. So on the docket for the next couple of days, Arpeggio of Blue Steel Miyoko gameplay footage. If you didn't notice, there was a Wargaming post that basically confirmed it's treated as a regular ship for credits and XP earned. Not shocked at all by this. That's exactly what I believed it was. I will also have another Kutuzov game. It seems to want to use AP a lot, so I just need to really double down and find those scenarios where I can excel. I love firing HE, especially high rate of fire. I feel like long range I should be able to set them on fire and benefit from that, but it's just not working out. The HE damage is pathetic. So we'll see how AP works with that particular ship. Now, of course, the game ended. 4 kills, 12 fires. Nearly, actually, we did a citadel and 299 shells landed on the target, 2,017 base XP, around 115,000 points of damage. I'll take it. So yeah, just a solid Cleveland game. I felt in control for most of it. I had to be at range though because they were interested in me for a lot of that game. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time.